Hello my friends, this is Muhammad Mahdi Muqaddam and I'm gonna talk about and perform some things for installing an OS, a Linux based OS, which is Ubuntu, one of the most popular distributions for Linux. And I'm gonna use VirtualBox as my virtual machine manager, and my current and my main OS is Ubuntu, and I'm installed the VirtualBox on it, and I'm gonna install another OS using VirtualBox on my machine. And I have another, and this is all. I'm gonna remove it and explaining you from the scratch. I'm gonna create a new virtual machine on this path, and my ISO image is here. I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna choose a user name and a password, confirming it, and a host name. I'm calling it Ubuntu again, and my Ubuntu as my VM name when I'm working with that. And I'm gonna spend some memory for that. I should pass, I think 8 gig is gonna be enough, and 10 for the number of CPUs, and I'm gonna use EFI, and approximately for 50 gigabytes of disk is enough for that, and finish. The OS is running. It takes me the ISO file again, and I'm gonna put that and start. And at the first screen we saw the options we have. You can just explore the Ubuntu, or you wanted to install it, you should choose the first, and I'm gonna select it and press the button. And now using the VirtualBox, my Ubuntu OS is gonna be initialized and for the installation. So it makes take time a little bit, some minutes, and I'll show you what the steps and how, and explain some settings for installing the Ubuntu. So it's just a black screen, and I'm gonna wait for booting and running my virtual machine. So it's gonna be up. Okay, it's the loading page, and it's the background for the Ubuntu. My other things and settings as taskbar. And for installation, you can just say I wanna just explore Ubuntu and see some simple things, and not installing the Ubuntu, which makes me to not use fully the OS, and I'm gonna choose installing Ubuntu. You can either choose your name for the installation. So let's install Ubuntu. It's gonna be about our keyboard layout. I'm gonna use English and English US as acronym of the United States of the America. I don't need to test. I just press continue and go for there. And this was gonna talk about updates and the software you wanna choose. So you wanna choose a normal installation, which is give you web browsers, utilities, and even some games. But we have another option, minimal installation, which is just web browser, and for web browser and working with search engines, etc. And just that we are gonna use minimal for better performance in this video. So this checkbox for downloading the updates and other things, and using the Wi-Fi for getting the updates. So I do not choose them and just continue. So it's gonna take time, just like that. So it's about installation type on your device. You have a data storage, you have a disk or something for installing the OS, so you can just choose erase disk and remove everything you have, or just using something else for managing your partitions and your storage and resizing it by yourself. So Ubuntu needs some partitions, typical partitions for installing. So I'm gonna create them and talking about them one by one. So this is my device, this is my disk. I'm gonna create something new. So I have a free space, and from that space I can create my partitions. The first partition you can use is the root, the main system partition, where the Ubuntu operating system applications and systems files are gonna be there and installing. So the root, I'm gonna choose a lot of my disk for this. So I'm gonna choose 20 gigabyte, that means 20,000 gigabytes. So it's somehow, can we say, use as the ext4 journaling file system, which is determine your partition are gonna what to do, are gonna be for what, and what target and what goal it has. So I just choose it as X4, so it's okay. And mount point, it's the where you wanna put the partition, and the files gonna be there on your partition, and this is the file system of the Linux. So I'm gonna choose the root, which is just a simple slash. The first partition we were talking about, it's created here, and I'm gonna talk about another and the next. So I'm gonna create another partition. Another partition is swap. It's about RAM, it's about RAM or RAM, and a space used for virtual RAM. The OS gonna create, and it handles processes when physical RAM is full. Also used for hibernation. Hibernation is a process for the device or your machine, and the size of this should be a little bit according to your RAM. So I'm gonna choose it like 2000 megabytes equals to 2 gigabytes for, and it will be for nothing else. Just here should select the swap, and we have not mouse type because it's just about the RAM. So I created this. I'm gonna create another. Another is the home, the things which you as a user should put, and your user files, your downloads, your personal configurations, and all of them should be here. So it's depend on your choice, and it's gonna be everything you wanted. I choose 10 gigabytes, and the type of that just be x4, and it is okay. So but it mount type is home /home. I created another. If you are using EFI, which is I used for UEFI systems, storing bootloader, necessary files for booting the OS and other things, so you are gonna choose another as your EFI, and it's gonna be just 1 gigabyte. And EFI system partition as you're using, and others are optional, and you can install it and going further. So these were the partitions of our OS we are installing, and going for the next step, you're gonna choose the region. So I'm gonna use Tehran as my country, and the user name and your computer's name, and your main name, and a password you can choose. This is too short, but I'm okay. The setting about login automatically in initializing the OS, or locking it and logging in again. So I'm gonna skip this, and the process of installing Ubuntu is gonna be started, and it's copying file, it's another things, and after this process finished, you will have your Ubuntu Linux operating system, and everything is gonna be fine. So in the next step, I want to talk about what commands in Linux exist, and just 10 commands from that. So as we hear, we're gonna talk about 10 commands for the Linux, which are the most popular and the most useful commands, and just talking about them. At the first, we have gonna talk about ls. ls is gonna show you the list of files or directories in the current directory of your terminal. The next is the cd for moving forward or going anywhere do you wanna go as your current directory. As example, I can cd personal and going there and getting ls and going back with double dots instead. pwd prints the absolute path of the current working directory. It's pwd. It's gonna tell you where you are right now. So after pwd, you can make directories using mk directory or mkdir and the name of the directory. So it's home, and I can go home, my user, and here making a new directory. I have my directory name, and after that, and the next command is touch for creating new file, and you can just do it, and the file created. After that, you can remove the file using rm. The file is removed and deleted, and the cp for the copying the file. I'm gonna touch it again. I have file. I'm gonna use cp as my file. Where? Just here, and it's gonna do it for like you can copy file in your personal, and we are gonna go personal, and we can see the copied file. So I choose clear. After that, we can use move file to. I have this move file to the old or the previous folder we were. I'm going back. I have the file, and in personal you can see the file is not there. And the next is cat. As you can see, cat should be with a file. I'm gonna back. The file is here. When I cat it, I'm just need to have some data. The cat prints the data of the file in your terminal, and you can see. And echo does it too, but it's reverse of that. You can echo something like a text, hello, into a file. So I have file .txt, and I'm gonna cat it, and you can see this is the data or content of the file. So I hope this video was useful for you, and this was my installation as for Linux and an Ubuntu OS in my VirtualBox, and 10 comments and 10 useful comments for your Ubuntu or for your operating system. Have a good day.